Mastering Your Potential. This webinar will be very, very deep in knowledge of how to support you and support others from coming out of the matrix, from coming out of the collective information. So in the previous webinars and the teaching part, I was doing holding space, for example, blueprint of creation, and they were talking about systems, and they were talking about holding space to support others. This webinar is going to be focusing on how to literally come out of the matrix, how to come out of belief systems, patterns, how to rewire the brain, how to defuse or dewire the brain from programming and patterns, and how to drop into subconsciousness and clear what's in the subconsciousness. So I'll be teaching you this in the first webinars. And the first webinar, I'm going to really focus on the brain. I'm going to focus on how to clear patterns. So I'll be doing it within the webinar. First, we'll clear them within ourselves. And then when you experience that experience, then I will share how to do it, how I'm working. And then you'll know intuitively how to do it. And don't worry, you don't have to have the same gifts I have or see things the way I see things. You will experience it in your own unique way over the last, I don't know how many years now, 20-something, 27 years now of teaching, of doing this work. When I started to share the gifts that I with others, they perceive it in their own unique way. So it's very, very unique to you on a soul level, and it will deepen your sense with self. And it will share a lot of keys on how to, basic keys on how to clear systems, how to, for example, work in the blood, work in the DNA. We're not a victim of our DNA, and we can reset the system. So I'll be also teaching you how to reset the DNA and how to reset the system and how I do this. We do not have to be victims, as Bruce Lipton says, about living what our parents have lived, our ancestors have lived. We can change everything. Everything can be changed. And the DNA especially we can change. So this is what I'll be teaching in this webinar. I'll be teaching you how to rewire the brain. I'll be teaching you how to rewire or reset the DNA, how to set the blueprints within the DNA, well, not the blueprints, but more the programming that's in the DNA, and how to step fully out of the matrix, as we'll dive straight in the first one. And always in webinars, I never know really what's going to happen because it depends on our intention as we enter the field. And it depends on the people and number of people within the system. And then the systems open up and the potential opens up. Spirit always brings in the highest potency workshops for our needs and our intentions. So I invite you, anyone coming into it, to set the intention to have the most potent webinar of teaching your soul and aligning your soul information with your mind, with your consciousness, that you can support yourself and support others or support groups, or maybe teaching, maybe you're doing yoga or something, so that you can bring it into your daily practice. So everything I do is really about getting results on a physical level, getting results on a blood level, getting results in your daily life. So I realized years ago, when you change one belief system, the whole chemistry of the body changes and everything in your systems and the life changes around you because it's your personal signature code changed. So we are attracting things to us based on our signature codes. So these specific signature codes, maybe that are not so creative, or maybe they are creative about having a life experience, but as a creator, we can change everything. So this is what I'll be working with in the webinar series. Let's say about clearing the brain filter, clearing the subconsciousness, showing you how to reset the DNA systems and the blood. This is what this webinar will be about. As saying the blueprint of creation, that was more about systems. Holding space was about how to hold space within sessions. This one is going to be about the brain filter, the subconsciousness, and resetting the DNA, and a lot more. Okay, so if you would like to have these tools, or simply for yourself, or for supporting others or supporting groups, I invite you to be part of this webinar. Thank you. Have a beautiful day.